I can't believe I've come this far, just to fail.
This is Flying Dog to headquarters. Intruder found entering security hole. Preparing to attack.
Copy that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2 on the SEGA Dreamcast. I'm One Wild Sheep yet again, and now it's time to fight against the boss fight, the Flying Dog, ladies and gentlemen. And for the most part, this boss fight is pretty damn identical to the bosses we fought before. They have this similar mold. You know, the only difference is they took away the legs of the boss. But the general rule of thumb, the general way to beat this boss is pretty much identical to what it was before. Wait for him to stop, then attack him by jumping into his cockpit. Now, obviously, it's a bit harder to get into his cockpit as Rouge the Bat, so what we can actually use is these panels on the side of the walls here in order to glide up and just drill dive or just land onto the cockpit itself. It's a very easy boss fight, all things considered, and it shouldn't really give you much trouble. Although I will be honest, the camera's a pain in the ass in that boss.
This is Rouge. I've got a small problem. I can't believe that I'm trapped inside this locked safe with a Chaos Emerald. I guess I won't be able to call myself a treasure hunter anymore.
Oh, I love the audio mixing in this game. Instead of going, ah shoot, what a troublemaker, he goes, ah shoot, troublemaker. This game's audio mixing has not aged well. It's a bit of an issue that I notice both adventure games have. I don't know if, well, obviously Adventure 2 more than Adventure 1 has this issue, but I don't know, it always confused me how they managed to have this sort of audio sync issues. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that, they didn't resync the game for Japanese audio properly or something, I don't know. Anyway, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Shadow's equivalent of the Green Forest Zone stage thingy that I can't remember the name of. And for the stage, for the most part, you know, same sort of rule of thumb applies to when we were playing the Sonic. We still have the general same level design to deal with, although now we have to use these stretchy things quite a lot often in order to go from point A to point B, as well as be basically filled with a lot more enemies. This zone is a lot more difficult, a lot more challenging than Sonic's equivalent, you know, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't know how to play the game properly up until this point, you may have a few issues here and there, and all things considered, it's not a bad zone by any means, you know. I think all of the levels of Shadow are... What the hell happened there? All the levels of Shadow are pretty damn high quality, just as Sonic's levels are. Although I don't think they're as high quality. I think Sonic got the better level design department, if you know what I'm saying. But again, not to say Shadow levels are any bad, or you know, are bad. There's only one Shadow level I would legit say is pretty bad, and that's a bit later on in the playthrough. In fact, it's the final stage of the Dark storyline, so I'll talk about that when I get to it. But yeah, I like the stage. It still has a time limit from the original Sonic level as well that we need to deal with. And just like in the Sonic version of the stage, the time limit is completely... It's just there. You can ignore it completely. It has no threat whatsoever. I mean, it may freak you out the first time you're playing the game because you see the timer and suddenly, oh no, I gotta go fast. Shadow the Hedgehog. Ow, the edge. But no, it's no threat whatsoever. Anyway, we do need to jump down this corridor over here to gain access to Shadow's equivalent of the Lightspeed shoes, which allows us to do the Air Dash Lightspeed Dash maneuver, which is basically identical to Sonic's. The only difference is he doesn't get after images when Shadow does it. Shadow gets the short end of the stick in terms of graphics here. Basically, he sort of just flies across the sky, while Sonic has those weird after images of himself. There's one thing I've noticed when I was playing this game as those two characters. That one detail has always stuck out as annoying to me. I don't know why. God damn it, homing attack. I really don't find the homing attack that, well, it's still useful. It's a homing attack, but I don't find it as efficient as, say, the battle version. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I'm more used to playing the battle version as opposed to the original Dreamcast release, but I honestly find that the battle version the battle version's homing attack is a bit more on point. So every time I use the homing attack in that, I'm usually guaranteed to hit the target. But I always have issues in this version of the game. I always have issues where I'm trying to do the homing attack and then suddenly, oh no, I missed entirely. It's a pain in the ass. Also, those spiked good nicks, as I said they were technically good nicks, they are part of the military, that we see throughout this level as well. We can only destroy them by using the somersault ability, which honestly annoys me. Only because it's a bit of it slows you down. You know, it's a Sonic game, I want to go fast. I don't want to be slowed down by a mook who just can only be killed by one specific move, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But then again, I can just run right around them, so I digress.
Hey, that blue hedgehog again, of all places. I found you, faker. Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh? You're not even good enough to be my... I'll make you eat those words. You can't get away this time. There's only one real sun.
This boss fight is exactly the same as when we fought it as Sonic, but if you have a keen eye, you might have noticed Big the Cat inside that grating area. But yeah, Big the Cat is a regular cameo in Sonic Adventure 2. I think you can also get Big the Cat in certain cutscenes as well if you know what you're doing, but I can't remember how that is done. I think you have to smash the A button or something like that.
No time to hang out the likes of you.
Shadow, what are you doing? Hurry and get back here right now before the island blows up with you on it!
Blows up? Chaos control!
Shadow, what do you think it's like on Earth?
The professor said his life's work was dedicated to all of those who live down there. He once told that the reason for his existence was making people happy through the power of science.
Shadow.
Maria, I just don't know anything anymore. I often wonder why I was created, what my purpose is for being here. Maybe if I go down there, I will find the answers. Maybe. Maria.
Why so melancholy? That was so unexpected, so unlike you, Shadow, to come and rescue me. But your ability to use the chaos control certainly comes in handy.
You know, I didn't come to save you. I came back for the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, but then again, that's not the whole story, is it?
Everything is ready to go!
Are you sure? We only have 6 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, you know.
Who do you think I am? Of course I know. I can count. I think.
That's more than enough for the demonstration. So let's get the show on the road.
Why are you so upset? Well, that was really impressive. You've managed to create complete havoc on the whole planet. Does this now mean we control the planet and can do as we choose?
At this rate, the cannon will take too much time to charge up. If you want to unleash its full potential, you'll need all 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Where in the world have you been?
Something happened?
Our threats fell on deaf ears.
Wait, so you're telling me that nobody on the planet cared that he blew up half the moon? What?
Look at you, throwing a tantrum like a little kid. How totally embarrassing.
Don't forget your end of the bargain, that girl. What about that last Chaos Emerald? We had a deal, right? So where is my emerald?
Here you go. I found this.
Why didn't you show me this before? This Station Square saved from a life-threatening missile attack. The city has awarded its famed prize to the boy who saved Station Square. Miles Tails per hour was given the Chaos Emerald as a testament of his heroic deed at a ceremony held at City Hall. This makes things a whole lot easier. Hurry, go back to Earth and find them fast. I want that Chaos Emerald!
Did you get that?
Soon enough, Maria.
This is Rouge reporting. Currently, I have not been able to confirm if Shadow is the ultimate life form or not. I will continue my research on Project Shadow and have a follow-up report very shortly. Just a reminder, don't forget about my jewels.
Oh boy, did you like driving before as Tails? Well, now we gotta do more driving as Rouge the Bat. And the gameplay is exactly the same as Tails' driving sequence. You know, there is no difference whatsoever, apart from the fact Rouge the Bat is driving a sort of vehicle that looks awfully phallic. It looks something like, well, yeah.
That's a penis!
But anyway, one thing I don't think I mentioned properly in Tails' area of the game where we were playing as Tails in these highway stages is that if we let go of the accelerator for a split second, then press the accelerator again, we'll actually go into a drift mode, which will allow us to do tighter turns and go to and fall to our deaths. So that is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, this is a lot harder, you know, it is actually possible to fail by falling off the racetrack itself in this one, as you, obviously, because I just did. So whenever you see holes in the road, whenever you see holes in the railings and the sides, do your best to not go through them, because it is so easy to die as a result of that. And you'll find that the railings themselves, there will be holes in them on tight, extremely tight corners, so you do need to try and slow down and you need to drift and turn as quick as possible. I don't know, this stage just drives me absolutely mad. It's a pain in the ass to go through in comparison to Tails' version, and it's not that much difficulter. It's not that much more difficult, but, you know, it's difficult enough to make it more of a pain to play through than I'd really like, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah, this isn't the last time we're going to be seeing the kart sequence in this game, however, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last time we're going to be seeing the karts in the actual plot, the actual storyline of the game, but we will be seeing these things crop up a bit later down the line, I'll tell you that much. Take that, taxi. That's for your overcharging rides, because taxis are expensive, don't you know? At least where I live, taxis are expensive. I mean, Jesus Christ, I've always had issues with taxis because I'm a stingy person in real life, see. I don't want to spend money. If I can avoid spending money, I won't spend money. You know what I'm getting at, ladies and gentlemen? I still want to know where this highway is and how long this damn thing is, because you can't see anything in the background, you know, the skybox is completely sky. So I'm really curious as to where in the world this highway is, and why would anybody drive on this monstrosity? I don't know. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's like that bridge that goes from like Russia to America. I've heard that was a thing that they were planning on making, like a bridge that allows you to go from one side of the world to the other. I heard. I don't know if it's actually true, because that would be pretty That would be pretty dope, wouldn't it? I mean, imagine having a road trip to go from one end of the world to the other end. Granted, it would take you literal days to get from one end of the world to the other, but, you know, it's neat that... That would be a neat thing. Well, maybe not literal day. Actually, it might take you a day or two, maybe 3. I don't know. Why am I thinking about this? Take that, vile humans! I was much better when I was playing as Tails. Maybe... Her car doesn't handle any worse either, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I need to point that out. Her car handles exactly the same as Tails' Tornado 3 car mode, you know? So... Although this stage does go on for a great deal longer, I think. At least this feels a great deal longer, just because... Probably because I have nothing to talk about. I mean, I'm driving on a bloody road, for God's sake. There's nothing to discuss here. Hey, there he is! You know, what surprises me is Tails by here is actually using the advice I gave him at the end of the first car mission. Use the plane mode on that damn thing. You have the ability to turn it into a plane, why not use it? Seriously, why couldn't I fly about in a plane in the first car racing minigame? You know, just make it a flying minigame instead, where you have to go through rings or something. I would have preferred that. It'd make more logical sense. But I digress. Yay! Minigame unlocked!
Shadow, they're in that blue plane. Spotted at 11 o'clock.
Copy that. I'm in pursuit.
You know, this stage by your Sky Rail Zone, I actually adore this level. Apart from the fact it's basically a grind rail maddening... It's a zone based around grind rails. But I love the idea of this zone because it takes place in Pumpkin Hill. And I think this is something that Sonic Adventure 2 should have explored a great deal more, where you can go to similar areas as other characters, but in different gameplay styles. For example, we're in a Knuckles stage right now, but the stage is retooled, rejiggered up for, you know, for Shadow's gameplay. By the way, this is a light speed attack. It works just like it did in Sonic Adventure 1. It's completely useless for the most part in this game. That is the only time I'm really going to show it off. But yeah, both Shadow and Sonic have access to that move. It's a thing that exists. But I love the fact we're just going through Pumpkin Hill during the daytime, you know. I think this is something that should have been explored a bit more. Like maybe we go to the mine area as like Tails is shooting up the mines or something like that. I don't know. It would have been a bit more interesting to me if we had more stages like this. But you know, the fact each of the characters have their own unique stages for the most part, I also enjoy as well. So I can't complain too much that not every stage is another. You know, not every stage takes place in a similar level set, because then it'd just be reusing assets, and people don't like that, you know? Even though technically this stage is both reusing and not reusing assets at the same time, because, oh look, the sky's now blue instead of red. Because that's such a massive difference. Actually, was the sky red in Pumpkin Hill? I can't remember. I know that the pumpkin things in the background, the statues with red eyes, but I don't know, I'm not paying attention properly, to be honest. But yeah, the main general gist of this is learning how to grind properly. The more you learn to grind, the better you can get through the stage, and the quicker you can get through the stage, and you should be able to get through it no problem. Yeah, buddy! And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this part. So thank you all for watching, hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye!
Ultimate victory.